Hey folks, the Arthur of Gaming here, and I'm here to unbox the new Terraforming Mars Turmoil. I just got this, literally took it out of the box from FedEx. It's a Kickstarter. I'm hopefully I'm one of the first waves here of getting it and unboxing it and showing it to you. It's no secret around here that Terraforming Mars is my favorite board game at this moment. So I can't wait to get into it. I took the plastic off ahead of time just because I only have one hand holding the camera, so it makes it a little bit easier. So let's open it up and see what we got. All right, looks like we got some cards in here. We got some. I looked at a online thing last night, so I know what these are. These are delegates for the game. We got a control cube. There are some cards, which are, I believe, some new cards for to start with the deck. Let's take a look at it. If I can get them out of the box with one hand. Okay, so here we go. That's interesting. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Oh, so here's a conversion back from... Yeah, so the opposite of the other one from the previous set where you spend energy to get money. This time you can spend money to get energy, which is kind of cool. Okay, so this is a spend energy to draw cards and keep one. And as much energy as you spend, that's how many cards you get to draw. That's kind of cool. Increase your mega credit production for every different tag you have in play. I like that. Lawsuit. Ooh, titanium's worth more again. Wow, that's really good if you happen to get this with the other one from the base set. Can't remember the name, but you guys all know what I'm talking about. Advanced alloys, I think it is. That's good. Orbital cleanup, gain 1 mega credit per science tag you have. That's cool. It's also an Earth card, which is great if you're playing some of the stuff with discounts for Earth cards. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, so this means you have to have 2 delegates to play it. That's what that little symbol means. I'm sorry. This is 2 party leaders, it says. Interesting. Game 1 Terraform, right? I guess from what I understand from watching the instruction video last night from Stronghold's Games website, they have an instruction video for this that TR is going to be very hard because you lose TR in this expansion. Every turn you lose one. Steel's worth some more, so there we go. We got another bonus. Saturn surfing. Huh, nice. Very cool. Add 1 floater here, very cool. Again, Earth card, and it's a Jovian card, which is pretty great. What? Place it in space, outside and separate from the planet. Well, that's odd and weird and cool. Okay, these are your turmoil cards. These are... I can't remember what they call them now. They're the... Well, shoot. I can't remember the name of them. Let's take a look in the box. Hang on a minute. Because I can't remember the name of them. They are the global event cards. That's what they are. So these global event cards, they happen every turn except the first turn. And they give you a person, a delegate, a neutral delegate on this place on the board, which I'll show you the board in just a little bit. And then they also do various things here, which is pretty interesting. The influence thing, you have influence for every, if you have the head guy in the middle, which I can't remember what it's called right now. Then you have, if you're a party leader in the party, like this guy here, or if you have the most delegates at a spot, from what I understand. And I'll show you what I mean right now. The chairman, I think he's called. So here's the board, right? So if you have a guy here as the chairman, or if you have a guy here in the chair or the head of the podium of any of these parties, that's another influence. And then if you have the most guys in a party, that's another influence. So influence lets you reduce, or in this case, you add a floater to each card that can collect floaters. Add one floater for each influence to a card. So you get to add based on your influence. So it's pretty interesting. This one here you see adds to the green party. Lose 2 floaters from a card or lose 10 mega credits. And you draw 1 card for each influence you have. And when these come out too, they get a neutral on this one. And when they move to the other section, which I'll show you right now actually, the board here shows when they come out, the deck is here and they get flipped over on the deck. When they come here, you get nothing. This is a staging area. When it's revealed here, you get the one in the corner. You get a neutral guy on that spot. You can see it says here. When it gets over here, so it starts here, one turn moves here, next turn moves here. When it gets here, the bottom triggers as well as this side here, which is you put another one on that one, a neutral delegate on that one. So I'm going to kind of go through these fast because there's a lot of them from what I understand. So med credit production for colonies, which is great. Titanium for influence. So this is an interesting one. So this is one where you lose mega credits for each colony. Maximum 5 colonies. Then you reduce it by influence. So you can have a maximum, I think, of 3 influence. And so you would lose 3 mega credits for each colony, max 5. So you max it at 5 if you have more than 5. Even if you had 10, it doesn't matter. It maxes 5. And then you reduce the 5 by how much influence you have. So you could reduce it to like 2. So that's a penalty, but the penalty can be reduced by having the influence. And see, this one gets you 2 mega credits per Venus tag, max 5, and influence. So you can go up to 5 Venus tags and then add your influence on top of it, which is kind of cool. Oh, here's some new corporations. Oh, I was looking forward to these. Factorum, 37 mega credits to start with. Steel production up 1. Tap it to increase your energy production 1 step. If you have no energy resources, or spend 3 mega credits to draw a building card. Oh, interesting. So if you have no energy resources, you can increase your energy production. Or you can spend 3 to draw a building card. So I guess you have to draw until you get to a building card, which is kind of cool. Whoa. That's powerful. Mom's Insurance. Start with 48. Increase your mega credit by 4, and all opponents decrease their mega credit production by 2. Holy cow. Does not trigger the effect below. The effect below says when a player causes another player to decrease production or lose resources, pay 3 mega credits to the victim or as much as possible. So whenever any player does that, so that's kind of protecting. It's insurance. You're kind of protecting yourself. Falaries. Let's see these guys. Start with 47 mega credits. Your first item plays a greenery tile and raise the oxygen. Each new adjacent between your tile and opponent's tile gives you a standard resource of your choice, regardless of who just placed the tile. Huh. A standard resource of your choice. So anytime anybody places anything next to one of your tiles, you get a resource. That's pretty neat. Blank cards. Okay. I wonder if that's all of the corporations or not. There's 3 here, right? How many corporations are there supposed to be? 5. So I guess we got some more coming from probably this other stack of cards I got here, which were also inside there. Oh, yep, there we go. See? So let's take a look. Another one. Lakefront Resorts, 54 mega credits. Whenever an ocean is placed, increase your mega credit production by 1 step. Your bonus for placing adjacent to oceans is 3 instead of 2. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. And then let's see, Prize Star. Start with 3 mega credits, decrease your TR 2 steps, and you get 1 VP per preservation resource here. During your production phase, if you did not get TR so far this generation, add 1 preservation resource here and gain 6 mega credits. During your production phase. If you did not get TR so far this generation. So it's during production, so it's at the end of the turn. So if you didn't gain any TR at the end of the turn, you can add a thing for a victory point, or a resource, and gain 6 mega credits. Interesting. Oh, there's another one. Holy cow, there's more than This thing says it only has 5 corporation cards. 5? I already have 5. And it looks like there's more. What the heck is that? How's there only 5 corporation cards? I'm very confused because I'm already at 5 and there's more in this box. So, oh, it must have been from the Kickstarter. I wonder if the Kickstarter got extra corporations. We'll see if I have 8 at the end of this. 36 mega credits when you perform an action. The wild tag counts as any tag of your choice up in the corner. We've seen that before. And gain 2 mega credits for each party where you have at least 1 delegate. Oh, that's cool. So if you go delegates, you can tap this to gain some credits for that, which is pretty cool. Terra Labs, it's a science and an earth, which is kind of cool. Start with 14 mega credits and lower your TR by 1 step. There's a lot of TR lowering in this, so I think it's going to be hard to have TR in this. We're using this expansion. But bringing cards to hand buying cards to hand costs 1 mega credit, including your starting hand. Wow. Oh, which only start with 14 money. Whew, that's interesting. So low money. It's a science and an earth tag, which is fantastic. And then buying cards only costs 1 instead of 3. Ooh, very interesting. I'm interested to play that. That's kind of cool. And then last one it looks like here is Utopia. Invest. So start with 40 mega credits, increase steel and titanium by 1, and decrease any production to gain production to gain 4 resources of that kind. Oh, so drop your energy production, for instance, gain 4 energy. Okay. I can see how paired up with some other things where you have easy ways to increase your production might be kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. We'll have to see how that plays. So I have a total of then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I wonder then, I have 8 new corporations. This only says 5 new corporations. So I'm betting because of the Kickstarter, I got a few extra corporations, which is pretty awesome. And that's probably what those other global event cards were too. They probably were also bonus for the Kickstarter. So here now I got some more global event cards also probably those other cards there too. The other project cards are probably bonus too. That's pretty awesome. So I'll put this down here. I'm going to take a quick look through these again. First player plays no tile, gain 1 plant and steel. Pretty interesting. Oh, I like this one. Gain 1 Jovian or 1 titanium for each Jovian tag and max 5 and influence, which is cool. Kind of go through some of these fast here because there's a lot of them. Actually, I'm just going to skip through these. So a lot of these have bonuses as well as penalties. Try and get through here. Let's see. Here's an interesting one. Lose 4 mega credits for each city tile, max 5, and then reduce by influence. So it sounds like you're really going to want to reduce, or you're really going to want to have the influence, because when these things come up, like if there's 10 cities on the board and losing 40 mega credits is going to be rough. The good thing is with these, so the stack, let's just say this is my stack, right? Let me show you. When the stack goes here, and events go here, they don't trigger till they get here. So they start like this, right? So you're going to see it coming. The next turn it's going to go here, and then finally the third turn it goes here, and this is when it triggers. So even if something bad is coming up here, you know you have a couple turns to prepare for it. Maybe if it's really bad, like the one we just saw with the losing 4 mega credits for each city, either slow down putting city tiles out, or maybe you want to just get your influence built up, something along those lines. I like this one, gain 2 for every science tag and your influence, which is cool. So tons of good and bad events going on here. Oh, this is not an event. Okay, so now here we are back to some production cards. So it requires that the Calvinists are ruling. That's that symbol up here. They have to be ruling in the Senate thing there. And that you have 2 delegates there. Remove up to 2 plants from any player. Increase your production by 2 steps. So delegates are going to be important there. Ban delegate requires that you are the chairman. So that's the guy in the middle of the board, which I'll show you where that is again. Okay, middle of the board, right there. That's the chairman. So as long as you're the chairman, you can play that. Remove any non-leader delegate. Interesting. The thing with this is too, just so you know, so every turn, one of your delegates from over here gets put over here for free in the lobby. So you get one free delegate every turn. As an action, and for 5 mega credits, you can take a delegate from here and place it out here somewhere. So you can pay for delegates, or you get one per turn for free, which is interesting to me. Another city. Oh, so place the city tile and place 2 delegates. That's kind of cool. Interesting. 1 mega credit for each Jovian tag in play. That is fantastic. And it's another Jovian tag. I love Jovian tags. It's one of my favorite things. Ooh, influence +1. Of course, that's cool. And it's a science tag, and it's cheap. So you have to have the scientists have to be ruling, or you have to have 2 delegates there. But for 5 mega credits for a nice cheap science tag, and you have influence +1, that's going to be a huge card, I think. GMO contract. Nice. Anytime you play a plant and or microbe, gain 2 mega credits. That's awesome. 3 mega credits to add a delegate to any party. Okay, so that's cheaper than the 5, right? Normally it costs 5 mega credits to add a delegate. We're doing it here for 3 for a building card, and you get 2 mega credit production, so that's pretty awesome. Parliament Hall. Increase mega production by 1 step for every 3 buildings building tags you have, including this. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, here's another Earth. See, I like Earth symbols, and I like science symbols, so that's kind of awesome. So yeah, so I love Earth tags, and I love Jovian tags for some reason. I don't know why. I tend to, whenever I play, I tend to always end up hoarding them. So let's see. Gain 1 TR and gain 1 mega credit for each Earth tag you have, including this. So that's kind of awesome. Public celebrations. If you're the chairman, it's just a straight 2 victory points, which is cool. Recruitment. Exchange 1 neutral non-leader delegate with 1 of your own. So if you see on here, the neutrals are start up here, and they get put around, like we said, when the like when these guys come out, when this shows up on top of the deck, a neutral gets put in that area, for instance, because it's science. And then when this hits the 3rd spot on the board up here, see the 3rd spot, you then do this one. So then the Kelvinists would get a neutral. So see, neutrals keep jumping around. And so this lets you exchange a neutral non-leader, so he can't be in here or here, the chairman or the leader of the party, with 1 from your own other reserves. Here's another Earth tag. Gain 1 mega credit for each empty area adjacent to your tiles. Interesting. So if you have some tiles out, wow, that could be a lot, couldn't it? 1 mega credit for each empty area adjacent to your tiles. What if you had like 12 tiles out or something? That could be a crap load of money. That's kind of cool. Sponsored Mohole. Kelvinist, just add some heat. Oh, look at this. So this is a nice cheap science tag again, which is awesome. And requires that scientists are ruling. We have 2 delegates there. Draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. Wildlife Dome. It's pretty neat. Place a green town, raise oxygen. That's pretty cheap, and now this is an animal and a plant, which is kind of great for some of those other cards. Vote of no confidence requires you have a party leader in any party, and the sitting chairman is neutral. Remove the neutral chairman and move your own delegate from the reserve there instead. Gain 1 terraform rating. So that's kind of cool. If we have a neutral chairman and you have a ruling guy here, you can take one of your guys and kick him out and gain a terraforming rating, which is pretty cool. So then inside we also have just a couple of reference cards. Again, our board. So here's our delegate board where you're going to do all your Senate kind of stuff, right? Here's your event board, so as you see, this comes after production. So after the production phase is when this kicks in. All players lose 1 TR. Boom, just lose it. Everybody goes back 1. It's going to be very hard to keep it. Perform the current global event taking influence into account. So when whatever card is here, you're going to do the global event. Then the dominant party becomes ruling and change the policy tile. So you see here, whatever the dominant party is here, whichever one has the most people, that party then becomes the ruling party. and then you take their tile. So all the guys have a tile, as I haven't punched out here. As you see, they open it up. So this is spend 10 to gain a energy and a heat production while the Kelvinists are in power. Put down here 10 to draw 3 cards. Every time you gain a TR, you lose 3 money while they're in power. This one is every time you play something adjacent, I believe, to a tile, you gain steel. This one is every time a greenery is placed, gain 4, and this is all your titanium's worth +1. Between this, the other one we just saw a little while ago with +1, and the alloys with +3, you can have your titanium worth like +6. And this is a new punch out for the baseboard, which says that you don't need the 35 to get that. You need 26, because now remember your TR is going down, so it's going to be very hard. So that's what those are. That's the ruling thing. Then you're going to move the old chairman and all other delegates from the dominant party to the reserves. So whoever the old chairman was in the chair, which I'm on the wrong board here. Bang, the chair. And all the other people from his party go away. And then you shift the dominance. Whoever has the most people in one of the parties, whoever has the most people, they become dominant, and you add their policy up top. And then restore the lobby, which means you then take a guy from the reserve from each color and put them in the lobby so you have it for free. And then move the global events around. Move the guy from the global event from coming to current, and remove the distant to coming. And then when that reveals this card, you have to add a neutral to whatever pops up there. That's it for that. Also, in this box, and I don't know if this is a Kickstarter or not, there's some new boards. Pretty cool. So these boards, they're double layered. So there's like a ridge here to stop things from popping out, which we all know was always a pain in the butt before, which is why a lot of people came up with their own versions of boards that you could do. It has, the 0 to 9, all that kind of stuff. It has 10, 20, 30, 40 along the side, 10, 20 for everything, for all the ones. So that's kind of cool. And just a little groove for putting the cubes, so then that way, hopefully, it doesn't go falling out, which is pretty great. And there are 5 of these in the box. So here we go. New boards for everybody. If you don't already have boards, pick them back up here. Hang on a second. And that looks like about it. That's the entire box. I'm putting those back in the box. But that's it. As I said, your delegates are over here. I haven't opened those up yet. This is what's in there. So I think some of this stuff I got is for the Kickstarter and maybe not for the retail version. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. This is the Kickstarter version. So this is Terraforming Mars Turmoil. This is a little bit of an unboxing. And welcome, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I have more videos like this coming up soon.